With Artsysolutions, and today I want to show you how to emboss without using an embossing folder or a heat gun, because some people may not have that stuff, but you can still get impressions and patterns and things from just using things that you may already have around your household. So I've got an index card, an envelope, and just a piece of copy paper, and I'm just going to use some images that I have around here, and starting with this is just the little paint tray, but there's some cute little embossed edges that surround it. So I just want to see if I can get an impression from it. And I'm basically just going to place my paper over top of the thing. Like, I think I'll center it that way. I get like a circular image in the middle. And I'm just going to take my brayer, and you can use a brayer or something flat like this little paint spackle knife or whatever, or spatula, and that might work. So let's just try the spatula first. And we're just going to kind of rub across and pick up try to pick up some images. Just be really careful because you don't want to tear your page. But we just want to see if we can pick up some impressions. Okay, so it's not like super deep, but there is an impression on there. And we can always add some color to it. I think I'll use some of this green and add it to some of the raised areas to kind of bring it out. And I'll add some contrasting colors to it as well, so that it will really stand out. I'll use a little bit of blue, using a different finger to apply it. You can kind of see the impressions a little bit better now that it's been colored in. And then you can add more colors and stuff. And I'll show you what I've done with the completed project once I finish embossing different things. So now let me emboss this envelope. So I've got different things. First, this is just like a little floral thing that your floral picks can stick in. I've had this for I don't know how long. You can put this in like a vase and add stuff. Anyway, but there's texture on here, and I'm going to use the brayer, but I'm going to lay it on this front side of the envelope. And I'm just going to take my brayer and roll across it. I don't know if it's going to pick up or not, but we're certainly going to try. I can't really tell if it's picking up anything, so I'm going to use this just to see. The brayer may not be the best choice depending on how sharp stuff is, because this kind of gets down further, I think, than the brayer does. And we're just simply trying to get some texture, that's all. That might work, it may not. Depending on, these aren't really embossed a whole lot, so I don't really see nor feel, I feel a little bit of a texture. Let me just take some green and see if anything picked up. I don't know, I don't think too much picked up on it. There's a little bit of texture going on, but we're going to add some more to this envelope. So I've got this cute little, it's a wooden shape that I got in the craft section who knows how long ago, and it's the shape of a little bird house. So let's just see if we can get an image off of there. And I'm just going to put it kind of to the side, and I'll try the brayer again to see if I can get an image, an imprint. I think I am. I think I can already see it. It's kind of already coming out on this side. What I probably should have did, well, it actually embossed on this side more so than anything. But what I should have did was I should have did it the other way. I should have had it going this way. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Let's try it like this. I will use the brayer so it can kind of pick up some. It has a slight embossed area, but it's more of like a stencil or a photo transfer type deal using that brayer, because the leftover ink just picked up the shapes of it. But it did emboss a little, but not a whole lot like I thought it would. Okay, so on to the next thing. So we know these two. There's a little texture here, a little bit of texture here. But maybe there's another way of doing it. But as far as from what I've seen so far, it's not really showing a whole lot. So let's try this chicken wire and see how that works out. So I'm just going to lay this on here. I'm hoping that this will pick up pretty well because it's sturdy and it's, I'm just hoping it'll pick up. Yes, it is. Yes, I can feel it and I can see it. I'm going to add just a little bit more on this side. I'm going to try the brayer this time and see. And it works pretty well. The brayer works pretty well, so there is an impression, and it is raised up, so on both sides. So let's add a little bit of color. So that's not too bad. I guess I'll add a little bit of color on this side as well, just so it's not so bland. Okay. So you have a little imprint on this side, but it's really more pronounced on this side. And I like that. So far, this has worked pretty well. And this has worked. So now I'm going to try these beads, or not beads, but they're like embellishments of some sort. So I'm just going to use it on the index card this time. So I'm just going to take the brayer and go across. And it did pick up. I can actually feel the texture. So, and then I'm just going to go across it again with this. And these impressions, this came up pretty well. So you can see that emboss. So you can use different things to get embossed looks, you know. You can use what you have. You don't have to have fancy machinery and folders and embossing tools and things. Those are helpful and they are fun, but you don't have to do that to still get patterns and prints and things like that. You can use what you have. And then for the last thing I think I'll try are these little fastener dots. You know how you have some that have the real sharp, or you have two sides, the little cottony soft part that goes over top of these sharp stickier parts. We're going to use the sharp sticky parts and see if we can pick up some circle images embossing. It picked up some. You can feel a little bit of it. And just to make sure without the ink that it picks up, I'm just going to go over it with this. Okay, and I can feel a little bit, so I'm just going to rub a little bit of this blue ink over it. Okay. We have some textures and patterns so far. And, oh, actually, let's see. It may work, it may not, but I just want to see if it can pick up at least the outer part of the butterfly. So, it's not really sharp or anything, but it may actually work. So we're going to see if this butterfly image can get on here. I'm impressed. I think that's pretty cool. It's slightly embossed, but you know. I think I'm gonna use a little bit of pink. Oops, a little bit of pink on the butterfly just to see. Yes, it does pick up. yeah, you can get an impression. But the best things are things such as these two right here that have like really tall, well, not really super tall, features that stick up, you know. So far those are the best. But if you use a brayer and there's leftover color on your brayer, you can still pick up images as well. But we're looking for embossing, so that's the main thing that we were going for. But I think this was a success. So the #1 type things, like I said, would be, you know, the things that stick up the most to use. But I'm happy with this. So let me guys know what you think. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, I thank you for being a part of this craft community, and thanks for watching.